All right, back again with Cooking with Canadian Prepper in the year 2050. I want you to imagine it's the year 2050. Anybody without a microchip has been terminated by the government, and all of the outliers who are trying to live outside the gates, the dissidents, the divergents, well, we're surviving off of freeze-dried food or rat tails. I hope I'm gonna be one of the lucky ones that stockpiles freeze-dried food. We have the luxury today of consuming food that's actually 20 years old. The wholesale freeze-dried food company sent me a variety of different samples of stuff, and me, with my culinary skills, was able to bring it back to life. I did this all by myself. I've had no assistance from anybody else but myself. That's a lie. What we're gonna be trying today, we got some red skid potatoes with jalapeno that we've rehydrated. We got some chili con carne. This is 20-year-old chili con carne. Am I saying that correctly? Anybody know? We'll consult with Google after the video. We got some 20-year-old filet mignon, 15-year-old, 10-year-old, and 5-year-old. Yes, 20-year-old filet mignon. Can you believe that? We got carrot cake with icing, or we got double chocolate pound cake, and I think we got one more thing. What else do we got? Cheesecake brownies, baby. Oh yeah. So again, we got to get into the mindset before we take a bite. It's the year 2045. The robots have taken over. You know, we're just trying to survive. Red skin potatoes with jalapeno, 14 years old. Tastes like it's fresh off the press. And I'm not just saying that. Rehydration is a skill, something we're still improving at. Freeze drying is relatively easy. You get yourself a freeze dryer, it's got software, it's got all the fail safes, it's made to basically do the work for you, but rehydrating things is a little bit different. For all of these things, you know, it requires a little bit of TLC. The red skin potatoes, we steamed them first, and I noticed they were still a little bit dry, so I added some boiling water. Appears to be good to go. Now the chili con carne, this is the ideal sort of thing to rehydrate. Soups, stews, things of that nature, all you got to do is add boiling water. So let's try out some chili con carne. That is good. It's the year 2043. The nanobots have been consuming all the organic flesh on the planet, and you are hiding out in the bunker, and you stumble upon a 20-year-old bag of chicken con carne freeze-dried food, and it's like you found heaven. I'm not even shitting you guys. This is better than most of the freeze-dried food I've ate that is fresh. That's an absolute banger. And the reason why is because the textures are 100%. You see, with red skin potatoes that were obviously fried in a frying pan, there's texture variability, so some are a little too soft, some are a little too rough around and leathery around the edges. But this chili, man, you know, I think chili is probably one of the ideal things to freeze dry. And after eating this, it's the year 2044. There's been a super volcanic eruption 10 years ago that completely destroyed the planet, and you're dipping in to some 20-year-old filet mignon in the bunker with Elon Musk's children, the only survivors, who are now obviously adults. With no spice, with no seasoning, with no marinade, that is fucking delicious. When this cow was slaughtered, I was doing a lot of dumb things in university. That's how crazy this is, eating this. It wasn't frozen, it was dry in a package on a shelf for 20 years. And it tastes just like the real thing, like all the textures are there, a little bit dry. The filet mignon was actually uncooked, so we had to rehydrate it as an uncooked piece of meat. This is a piece of freeze-dried steak when it's dry. So this is actually uncooked. So we had to hydrate it first. So you put boiling water on it, steamed it, and then we cooked it up in a frying pan. This was the outcome. One of the amazing things you can do with freeze-dried food, and I think that this could be a game changer for somebody who wants to start a restaurant and create some kind of secret recipe. You freeze-dry the meat, and then you rehydrate it in a marinade. Because remember, if you're marinating meat, you gotta leave it overnight and you gotta do all this stuff. What that's gonna do, it's gonna allow all of those individual cells in the meat to fill up with that flavor. You know how they try to inject meats with flavor? Now imagine injecting it on the cellular level. I'm telling you, if you wanna start a 5-star restaurant, I would recommend doing so. So I tried the 20-year and that tastes amazing. So I don't really see the point in trying the 5-year-old. But I'm gonna do it anyways. Sometimes these things surprise you, and the 5-year-old tastes worse than the 20. It's not juicy because It's been sitting here while we've been trying to get the set up. I'm just trying to think of how we could improve this. This sounds kind of weird, but like a spray bottle with like hot water, just to kind of spray on it. That might even help out a bit. But yeah, it's good stuff. Let's try the 10-year-old filet mignon. What the hell is filet mignon? It's a cut of the cow. All I know is it's expensive, right? It's one of those posh things that you order in a restaurant when you think you're better than everybody else. I'm going back to the chili, man. The chili is good. You pair this with one of those MRE biscuits or something, damn good eating. Steve also runs a company that makes MREs. Why do you need an MRE if you have freeze-dried food? Well, MREs, I always recommend that people have, I don't know, at least a 3-day supply of MREs, which really isn't much, but it's 3 days for each person. So that's typically 1 to 3 MREs, depending on the caloric content. Some MREs contain enough calories to get you through the entire day. So these are MRE crackers. They're standard military issue crackers. Okay, so we're gonna try some cracker with our chili con carne. I'm telling you guys, the way the world is going, people might be, you know, looking at me with disgust right now when I eat this stuff. Wait till people get desperate. These are gonna be beating down my door. That made my day. That was excellent. All right, now for the fun stuff. We've done the main course. We got that all out of the way. And if you're curious about these MREs, we're gonna be reviewing those soon too, because those things kick ass. But the thing I like about freeze-dried food is not only does it last longer, there's a lot more variety. There's certain things in MREs that don't taste good. So it's been very challenging to learn how to rehydrate things, as I was saying. What we're trying to rehydrate here is all the sweets. So we have cheesecake brownies, we got carrot cake with icing, and we got double chocolate cake. What we did is we wrapped them in paper towels, we put them in the steamer, and we just left it in there. I know there's gonna be some little bitch-ass Kevin in the comment section who's gonna be like, it doesn't look right. I just don't like the way it looks. Well, you know what, Kevin? You might as well throw in the towel right now, because your ass ain't surviving shit. So I know it doesn't look the greatest. I get that. But you gotta imagine, it's the year 2037. The crops have all wilted on the vines. They're drying up. There's nothing left to eat. And the only people who are surviving are the ones who are smart enough to stockpile this stuff. And you just stumble upon a 15-year-old piece of carrot cake. Now we're gonna take a bite of this delicious, fluffy, moist carrot cake. Better than last time. The icing looks a little dicey, I'm not gonna lie. Like it's kind of lost some of its original color. The cake is fluffy, like it's not soggy at all. Okay, so today I've ate a whole pad thai, but we still got the cuts, baby. We're getting leaner by the day. People keep saying you should start an OnlyFans. If I get canceled, you know, what else is there to do? All right, so this looks a little more unsightly. I'm not gonna lie. So this is the double chocolate cheesecake, all right? You don't have to waste a whole roll of toilet paper doing this, because of course that's gonna be in short supply. There's other ways to do this, I'm sure of it. You could maybe use a reusable cloth or something. So let's just take a deep bite of this here. Look at that. That one just flaked right off. Just like the meat, some stuff is better as freeze-dried food when you rehydrate it if you do it properly, because there's like a new sort of chemistry that emerges. It's not quite fluffy, you know? I don't know, not sure how fluffy double chocolate cake is supposed to be, but it's not bad. It almost tastes more like a brownie a bit, not quite as tough. I mean, anything chocolate, no matter what the texture, is usually pretty good, right? Unboxing of the cheesecake brownie. This one's definitely firmer. Is it supposed to be firmer? No. It's not supposed to be like a Nanaimo bar or something? No. So, you know, maybe we screwed this one up. Let's find out. It wasn't moisturized all the way through, but the crunchy center, surrounded by the soft surrounding, is actually pretty good. It's like a chocolate cookie surrounded by chocolate cheesecake. Honestly, I would say we basically hit home runs with all of this. The best by far was the chili con carne. Second best, filet mignon. I would say after that, it was the carrot cake. This one I'd say is next. And then lastly was that weird looking double chocolate cake. I'm impressed with wholesale freeze-dried foods, knowing that all of this food is 10 to 20 years old and that whatever investment you make in the food is going to stand the test of time. Something to be mindful of is, as great as all this stuff tastes, in 20 years, it could potentially taste virtually the same. It's rated to last about 25 to 30 years, but most freeze-dried food can last beyond 40 years and it will still taste as good. Whether it has the same kind of nutrient value after that point, I don't see where the nutrients are going to go. The contents are inside an impervious, hermetically sealed bag. There's no oxygen. There's an oxygen absorber. So those nutrients can't jump out of the bag. Can they degrade over time? It's possible. But it's a great investment considering the price of food is likely only going to increase. You know, I joke about my various scenarios about, you know, post-nuclear war, droughts, you know, the government cracking down on things. But sooner or later, it's going to happen. When it does happen, you'll be happy that you made an investment like this. So go through the link in the description, get 15% off freeze-dried wholesale food, the best company there is out there. That's why all the Richie Riches eat there. That's why the government buys their stuff from there. And I would encourage you to check it out as well. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, and let me know if there's anything else you would like me to sample. We pretty much can sample anything from the vaults. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, where you'll find high-quality survival gear at the best prices, no junk, and no gimmicks. Use discount code PREPPINGGEAR for 10% off. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.